round one of the Stanley Cup playoffs are over, and my bracket, I mean, it's taken a hit. It's taken a hit, but let's review it here. So first round, I put Colorado in 5, ended up being in Colorado in 4. So pretty close there, got the point there. Second matchup, I had St. Louis taking down the Minnesota Wild in 6 games. Got that one perfectly. Most of the bracket I'm pretty impressed with, but I did have some big mistakes, like having Toronto advance. Then I had Calgary in 5, ended up taking it in 7. Game 7 was an absolute slaughter. I think they had 67 shots, which is just unreal. It would have been crazy if Dallas came out of that series. And then, of course, the Edmonton Oilers taking on the LA Kings. I had Edmonton in 5. They ended up taking in 7. McDavid kind of just took over at the tail end of that series. He proved why he is, if not the best player in the NHL. So on the final 8 here, the Elite 8, they would say. For the West side, we got Colorado versus St. Louis, Calgary versus Edmonton. And then let's go to the East side. I had Washington actually taking it in 6. And I think they could have done it. I think they had it. They just choked a couple games. So unfortunately, they were unable to advance. Florida definitely is probably the better team. So I can't say I'm surprised that they won it. But Florida in 6. And then Tampa Bay, Toronto. Probably this series of the first round right there. Tampa wins it in 7. I had Toronto in 6. They had a chance to close it out in 6. Lost in overtime, and then a tough game 7. I mean, Toronto losing the first round, who's surprised at the end of the day? I mean, feel bad for the Leafs fans. I just wanted Spezza to make a run. And then we had Carolina versus Boston. I actually had Carolina in 5. Boston put up a good fight, though. They were down a couple games, but they came back. But Carolina took care of business in Game 7. Unlikely hero with Max Domi, though. Love to see that. And then, of course, the New York Rangers versus Pittsburgh. I think everyone thought this was going 7 games. I had the Rangers taking it in 7, and they definitely did. Not the way I thought they were going to take it. It was kind of a high-scoring series. Shesterkin let in a lot of goals, but playoff hockey's so different. So on the East side, we now have the Florida Panthers versus the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Carolina Hurricanes versus the New York Rangers. So let's get some predictions in here. So Colorado versus St. Louis. I feel like if someone's going to upset Colorado Avalanche, St. Louis has a pretty good chance. They've won the Stanley Cup. They know what it takes. But I'm going to keep rolling with that Colorado bandwagon. I'm going to go Colorado in, let's say 6. It's Colorado in 6. Cal McCarr is the best defenseman in the NHL right now, or at least he's playing like it. Edmonton, Calgary, give me the Edmonton Oilers. Give me Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Hopefully Draisaitl gets a little bit healthy. Mike Smith will be tested this series. I know he has an unreal save percentage right now, but that's a little bit inflated. So we're going to see how that goes. But I'm taking Edmonton in 6 games as well. So Colorado versus Edmonton in the conference finals. And on the East side, we got Florida versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm going to take Tampa in 5 here. I think I'm going to take Tampa in 5. Florida was struggling in the first round against Washington, and Tampa is much better than them, especially Vasilevsky was getting really hot at the end of the series. So Tampa Bay in 5. People are going to hate me for that. Florida's a good team, but I think Tampa's just too strong. And then the last Eastern Conference matchup here, we got the New York Rangers versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Give me the New York Rangers in 7. I think the New York Rangers, they find a way to win. Zibanejad, Adam Fox, Shesterkin, Artemi Panarin, all these guys are going right now. So I want to see them go too, you know? And then we'll have the Rangers versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. But that's my predictions here. I'm going to throw it in NHL 22, simulate round number 2, and see what happens. But let me know who you guys think is going to win each of the matchups in the comments below. I'm sure someone's going to go 4 for 4 in this. I bet with my heart here, so I'm probably going to go like 2 for 4, give or take. But we'll see how it is. I'll see you guys in NHL 22. All right, loaded up in NHL 22 here. So let's go take a look. The bracket is set. We're just doing a best of 8 now. No point in doing the other way. So we have the matchups. Everyone's got home ice advantage that should. So we got Avalanche with home ice, Calgary, Florida, and then the Carolina Hurricanes. But let's get into this. We'll simulate just each game. So game number 1, the St. Louis Blues. I'm telling you, if someone's going to upset anything, the St. Louis Blues have a good chance at upsetting the tough Colorado Avalanche. But look at that. Ryan O'Reilly, 3 apples in game 1. Game 1 of the Battle of Alberta, and it goes to the Edmonton Oilers. McDavid, Draisaitl probably just lit it up there. Now we got Florida, the Battle of Florida. And it looks like Tampa will take game number 1, and the New York Rangers versus Carolina. The Rangers up 1-0. Braden Point 4 apples in his game too. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen with Braden Point. Is he out for the playoffs? I know he suffered an injury in game 7 early on kind of a broken play, but it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Braden Point. Off to game number 2, and the St. Louis Blues take game number 2, as well as Ryan O'Reilly is having a great postseason so far in this simulation. Game 2 between the Battle of Alberta, and it's none other than the Calgary Flames taking it. Game 2 of the Battle of Florida, and that one's even up at 1-2. Can the Carolina Hurricanes even it up? And they do not. So 2-0 lead for two teams and 1-1 for the other two series here. Let's get into game number 3. Could Colorado stop the win streak? There it is. Ryan O'Reilly does get a point, but not enough to take down Colorado in that game. Edmonton, Calgary, game 3. Calgary takes that. Let's go game 3. The Tampa Bay Lightning back on top, and can the Rangers grab a 3-0 stranglehold lead? They cannot. So all series is now tied up at, or not now, 2-1. Oof, can't talk. Let's go Colorado. Colorado evens the series at 2. Edmonton down 3-1 to the Flames now. Can Tampa Bay take a 3-1 series lead? They can as well. And the New York Rangers are able to also take a 3-1 series lead. So the closest one so far, Colorado, St. Louis. Are we going to see any 3-1 comebacks? If a team is going to do it, I'm going to predict that the Carolina Hurricanes do it. Game 5, let's go. Colorado takes the series lead. Is Edmonton done? They are. RIP to Edmonton. You had one good game, 4 points from Draisaitl, but that's that. The Calgary Flames take them out pretty quickly. Andrew Copley in the way, though. There it is. Florida's out. I said Florida is out in 5 in the pregame, or in the pre bracket. Just saying. And can the New York Rangers also advance? Oh, I did slow simulation. Well, I guess we're going this way. 2-1, and big third period. Lafreniere, Capo Caco, and Blake Goodrow, and the New York Rangers are advancing 4-1. So can Colorado close it out, or are we going to a game number 7? Game 7, Colorado, St. Louis. Let's get to simming here. First period, 0-0. Second period, Colorado with 2 big goals. Nazem the Dream Kadri and the Nathan McKinnon Mack Truck, 2-0. Third period, Brandon Saad gets a power play goal, but it's not enough as they outshoot Colorado 34-18, but they fall, and Colorado will advance to play the Calgary Flames. Tampa versus the Rangers here. I guess we can just kind of simulate this too. We'll go through it quickly. I'm not going to go too in-depth because these matchups might not actually be set, but I'm predicting, let's go Rangers versus Colorado in the finals here. Colorado up 3-0. Accidentally click play game. Do not want to be doing that. Let's exit out. 1-1 series between Tampa and the Rangers. The Rangers take the lead. Can Colorado sweep? They do. So Colorado 2 sweeps in 3 rounds, which is unreal. And the Rangers look like they're going to close it out as well. So the Colorado Avalanche versus the New York Rangers. This would be a fun matchup. In real life, I'd love to see this. Look at that. Cal McCarley in the way. Right now, he has 10 points in 4 games in the playoffs, which is just unbelievable. This guy is an absolute hero. So let's get into the Stanley Cup Finals here. 1-0 Rangers. 1-1. Andrew Kopp's having a big postseason. Nathan McKinnon, big game there. 2-1 for the Colorado Avalanche. 2-2. Okay, this one's getting interesting. 3-2. Can Colorado win the Stanley Cup right here? I mean, everyone's probably anticipating this. Blake Goodrow scores a shorty. Second period. Okay. Game 7. I would love this to be the finals right now. In real life, I would take this any day. Colorado Avalanche versus the New York Rangers. Game 7. Stanley Cup Finals. Let's simulate the game here. First period. Who's got what it takes? Is it going to be Panarin, Zibanejad, or is it going to be Cal McCarr, Nathan McKinnon, Gabriel Landeskog? 1-1 after the first period. Heidel and Valerie Nichushkin. Some unlikely heroes. That's how normally Game 7 goes. It's the unsung heroes. Second period. Another 2 goals, Nathan McKinnon and Frank Vetrano. Let's get into it. Third period, Colorado heavily outshot so far, but you know the team they have. Any second they can just light it up with Cal McCarr, someone like that. But it's Mika Zibanejad scoring with 10 minutes left. And can the New York Rangers hold on and be crowned Stanley Cup champions? Power play, unable to capitalize, and there it is. The New York Rangers are Stanley Cup champions according to NHL 22 simulation here. Let's take a look at the leaders. Rantanen and McKinnon. Adam Fox was unreal. Cal McCarr, unreal. Kopp was very good, 17 and 17. Panarin, Vetrano, 14 and 17. Capo Caco, a lot of good names here. Laffy Taffy, Chris Kreider, only 3 goals, even though he's a 50-goal scorer in real life. Blake Goodrow. But wow, what happened to my boys on Edmonton? That's all I got to see. What did McDavid do for us? Unrealistic. Only 4 points? Never. Never. But that is going to be it. So let me know what you think of the NHL 22 simulation. Who do you think's going to be winning this round in round number 2? Does the Rangers actually have a chance to win the Stanley Cup? Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, have a great day. Cheers.